This program is brought to you by Rogers Xfinity, connecting you to more of what you love. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of My River District. I'm your host, Viveca Gravel, River District Coordinator for the City of Owen Sound and, of course, the River District. And today it is my privilege to sit down with members of the Roxy Star Company. Hi.
Hi. Hello.
Welcome to My River District. So happy to have you guys on my couch. I'm just going to go through your names. So we've got Owen Both. We've got Brian Bennett. Opposite. Sorry. Owen, Brian, and Barbara Brown, and you guys are all performers in that company.
Yep.
So you work with Roxy regularly, and we have an upcoming talent show on June 26th. Is it?
Yeah.
I'm right with all those?
Yep.
Put name tags on everybody afterwards.
It's all good.
So why don't you guys tell me a little bit about yourselves? Kind of growing up here, those kinds of things, or when you moved here maybe, and we'll start with you.
So I was born and raised, I was born in Owen Sound, raised within Shower Lake.
Okay.
I originally went to Hepworth School.
Okay.
And then I went over to Hillcrest,
Cool.
got pulled out in grade 7, and then went to homeschool right after that.
Love that. And yourself?
I was born in Owen Sound, raised in Mayford.
Okay.
I went to Owen Sound, OSCVI, and Owen Sound District.
Okay.
And
Now you're performing in theater.
and I've been doing theater since high school.
I love that. Me too.
I was born in Southampton and I was raised in Southampton and Port Elgin. I did come to Owen Sound for a bit in the early 2000s. I went to Georgian College for a little bit and then I moved to Toronto and kind of moved all over the place, back and forth from Grey Bruce County. Ended up in Sault Ste. Marie and then back and forth again, and now I'm in Owen Sound.
Love that. Well, so you've really seen Ontario.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. What a great opportunity for you growing
Yeah.
up. I grew up in Owen Sound as well. And so I also went to Hillcrest, and it was then West Hill, and stuff like that. So I'm so glad you are my community members as well. So when did you start with the Roxy Star Company?
2023.
2023?
We all started at the same time.
Yeah, so we've all been doing it for 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Professionals.
Yeah.
So on June 26th, during the show, it's at 7:30, correct?
Yep.
At the Roxy Theatre
Yeah.
on stage. This is following the Seven Stories closing performance 1 week later, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So what are you guys all doing? Can you give us a little taste of what you're doing?
Yeah. We have a huge opening number. It's amazing.
Okay.
We're in 2 lines doing a bunch of dances.
Cool. Do you trip over your feet ever? Because I do.
No, somehow we haven't tripped over our feet during practices yet.
Oh, lucky. And yourself, what are you doing to perform?
I'm in the opening number, singing, and then in the play as well.
Yeah, there's a play as well. Okay.
Yeah, it's this year we're doing Velveteen Rabbit, the short version.
Okay.
I started writing a play last year, but unfortunately there wasn't enough time to get it finished. Carrie, the other lady, is going to finish writing it with our ideas.
Cool.
I started it, so there is some of the script that I wrote, but she's going to finish it so that we have it for next year.
Awesome.
But this year we're doing Velveteen Rabbit, and then I'm also going to be singing. I'm in the opening number, and then I think there's a closing number too that we'll all be in. So yeah.
Cool. And do you sing as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody's singers, everybody's dancers.
Yeah.
Wow, multi-talented. They say you're supposed to be able to act, sing, and dance. And if you've got the trifecta, you'll make it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amazing. So tell me a little bit about the Velveteen Rabbit.
Well, it's about a stuffed rabbit that a young boy gets for his Christmas from his grandma, and all the other toys make fun of it because it's not like them, and the boy loves on it too much, and the grandma makes him get rid of it, but it ends up coming back as a real rabbit.
Okay, so grandma's
Yeah.
a monster.
Yeah.
Well, because the rabbit ends up like, because he played with it so much,
okay.
it gets ratty, and you know how kids overplay with stuff, and they
Sure.
get broken and ratty and need to like whatever.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah.
So she didn't just like rip it and
No,
rip its arms.
no,
It had lived its life. And
she like made him give it
Oh,
up.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So grandma's not so much a monster.
No. Grandma's not a bad person. Grandma's not evil.
Not even.
You had me thinking that for a second.
Sorry.
No.
I didn't
But
explain that.
the Velveteen Rabbit's a book, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That's right.
We're doing
never
like
actually
a shortened
heard of
down
it.
version of it.
Sure. Yeah. No, I love that. So how long does the play itself run?
It's only about 15 minutes.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
after and between that and stuff like that, you guys
Yeah.
are doing other individual numbers?
There's other individual members like doing different things, like singing, or there's one guy doing like a little individual skit, dancing, what have you.
Yeah.
It's kind of all over the place.
Showing it off.
Yeah, there's one girl that does sign language, like
Cool.
to a song. So, yeah,
So all sorts of things. So
Yeah.
everybody should be entertained
Yeah.
and enjoy the show.
yeah.
It'll be a great show.
Yeah. It will be.
Yeah.
It will be awesome. And I'm very excited to see it myself. Again, that's on June 26th. It's called Starstruck.
Yep.
So I expect to be starstruck seeing you guys on stage. Tell me a little bit about what it's like to be part of the Star Company.
The Star Company is very inclusive.
Yeah.
There's so much. There's so many different kinds of people.
Yeah.
There's people with Down syndrome, people who have issues speaking. It's very inclusive. We all have our own place. They try and include us all.
I love
Yeah.
that. Anything else about the being a member of the Star Company?
It's fun. You get to meet like all different kinds of people, like in just learning new skills and getting to be a part of the group and whatever.
I mean, you work with Lacey, so she's kind of
yeah.
she's
And Carrie's awesome too.
mean, right? She's strict. She's got guys dancing and singing, and you know.
No.
Yes, no, I know. There's not a mean bone in their bodies.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's amazing. So when do you guys meet? When do you start the practices and stuff like that?
We started. What was it? The end of April.
Yeah.
End of March.
End of March. Yeah.
Start of
that's-
April.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start of April, and then it goes till the end of June, and then during the off season they do once a month workshops and stuff. So, but from what I understand now, I don't know if they've heard back or about getting funding to run the program year round.
Okay.
So
Always
but-
looking for more sponsors.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
This is the
so-
perfect place to make a shout out for that.
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Okay, so we're looking for funding for the next
Yeah.
round, maybe for
Yeah.
the summer for some workshops and stuff.
Yeah.
Did you guys do workshops last summer?
Last
Not-
fall.
Last fall, yeah.
Okay.
Fall and in the winter.
Last fall.
Yeah.
What kind of workshops do you guys do?
There were some dancing ones,
Okay.
singing ones, makeup ones. all
Acting.
Ooh.
Yeah,
all like-
acting, makeup and hair.
It's all like
yeah,
the inner workings
all
of
over,
theater.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All the behind the
all
scenes
the-
stuff.
yeah.
What was your favorite?
Probably the acting one.
The acting one? Yeah. Did you get to do a lot of like improv and stuff?
It's a lot of like, there was a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We actually got to use the Roxy that time.
Cool. Very
They
cool.
were doing the Alice in Wonderland
Yep.
stuff at the Roxy when we had the acting workshop. So we got to use a bunch of the costumes.
Fun.
We got to dress up someone and
Yeah.
then walk them down the red carpet
Okay.
in front of everyone, in front of people.
Yeah.
I love that.
We all
That's
got
awesome.
separated
Yeah.
into
Yeah, the
groups.
kids from Alice in Wonderland were here as well. So yeah, I've gotten to know everybody from the Roxy
Yeah,
this season.
yeah.
It's so great.
No kidding.
And what's your favorite workshop?
Probably the acting.
The acting workshop as well?
I forgot to mention that the past couple years, some of the plays him and I actually wrote them.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys like writing as well. You're all writers as well.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness.
So the first one him and I were just improvising most of the time.
Yeah.
It was really funny.
Yeah.
The story was like we walked into the shop, and then we show him like absolutely hilarious outfits.
Okay.
Like he's
So
an
it's like
under-
one of those like montages in a movie where you come out with different outfits on?
He's meant to be an undercover agent looking at us. That was the
Okay.
first ever show we did.
That's so funny.
It was really funny.
Yeah, and it's not easy to write a play. No, I mean, I've done it. It's tough. And I'm so glad Carrie is there to help you bring yours back around because, it's always nice to work collaboratively.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so what was your favorite?
Probably either the acting or the singing one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The singing one?
Yeah.
Do you love singing?
Yes.
Do you all love singing?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, that's awesome. So you're looking forward to this upcoming Starstruck talent show, June 26th. You can get tickets at roxytheater.ca. We'll do a quick shout out for some of your sponsors that make all of this possible. So this year is Avenue A, Brandon Vandershot at Brand Realty, Benedict Electrical, The Little Family, Kelso Villa, Woodley Care Services, Glimmer, Blue Water Curling Club, and Bruce Power. Well, I think you guys are well liked.
Yeah.
That's a lot of community support.
Yeah.
Just a tiny bit, not much, right?
Absolutely. So we're going to go to break, but when we come
Okay.
back, we're going to talk to Lacey a little bit,
Okay.
learn a little bit more about the Roxy Star Company and what we're looking forward to in the show coming up.
All right.
Awesome.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today. Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community. We offer you the platform to broadcast your content to a wider audience. And the best part, it's completely free. Don't miss this opportunity to share your vision and engage with viewers. Find out how Rogers TV can transform your content journey today.
Public transit, garbage pickup, parks and recreation programs, snow removal on your street. How can you stay informed about these and other important local services? Tune to City Council coverage on Rogers TV. See your community leaders at work on Rogers TV City Council coverage.
Hi, and welcome back to My River District. I'm sitting down with the members of the upcoming show from the Roxy Star Company called Starstruck. It is on June 26th, 7:30 at the Roxy. And now we've got Lacey, who is the program coordinator. Hi, welcome.
Hi,
We've been
thank
having
you.
a great time here.
Amazing.
So glad you could join us.
Yes, me too.
Tell us a little bit about the Star Company and how people get involved and that kind of stuff.
Sure. So the Star Company was an idea that I had 3 years ago, and based on my experience working at the Reach Center, and I realized that this population didn't have a chance to perform, to be in plays, to sing. And so when I worked at the Reach Center, we started off, I just did some acting classes, and then that evolved into a production. And when I left there and started working at the Roxy, I said, we need to have a program like this because theater is supposed to be inclusive, and we weren't at all. And so I thought, you know, this is very important. So I met with a group of parents and we came up with a proposal. We sought out some grants and we had full support from the board at the Roxy, and then the program was born. So, and anybody who wants to get involved can visit the website, roxytheater.ca. They can reach out. There's a whole Star Company page and you can read about it, and my information is there so you can get in contact with me.
Do you take volunteers who may not want to perform but would be interested in helping out with like lights or something?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's that inclusivity. If people want to be involved, we will find something for you to do.
Amazing.
We have some great volunteers that come in and help, and it's nice because you don't have to show up all the time. If you're not available, we just kind of open it up that you're welcome to pop in whenever you want, and it's a very joyful don't know about you guys, but I have a very, very fun time.
They don't sound like they've been having
No fun.
None.
Yeah, what were you guys saying about me?
Yeah.
I'm mean?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
You're pretty strict.
I'm strict?
No.
Yep.
No.
that's-
Lacey's the strictest
forgetful.
person.
What did you say?
Apparently she's forgetful.
Oh, yes, drinks. To preface this, I forgot about the interview.
Yeah.
But these three were here and on top of it.
That's
why I
okay.
love Star
We had a
Quality.
perfect first segment. It was great.
They
It
had
was
my
great.
backs. Well, maybe not you, but
Hey, I'm just messing with you.
as you see, we have a lot of fun.
Absolutely, yeah. And this is community theater at its
Yeah.
core, inclusive, wonderful community theater. And volunteering is so important for the Roxy just as a whole.
Absolutely.
Right?
Oh, we run on volunteers, and I don't think
Absolutely.
people realize that.
Yep.
There's only 3 full-time staff, and we have part-time working in the box office in front of house, but everybody else is volunteer.
Yep.
And that's amazing. You don't see that very much anymore. So
Right.
we love our volunteers.
Right, and it
Yeah.
makes it that community theater. It makes everybody feel involved, and maybe they didn't usher this show, but they'll usher the next, and
Yeah.
you know, and that means the people in the audience are also, you know, the volunteers and the community and all that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
So-
But I do have to say, the ushers do fight over who gets to usher this event.
Oh yeah.
So when I put it up, it was full right away. So
Wow.
it's
All
a very
right.
popular event.
Sounds like it's going to be good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So people can get tickets at roxytheater.ca.
Yes.
Okay,
They can,
and
yeah.
they're on sale now.
They are on sale. Yes, you can pop down to the box office as well.
Okay.
And they'd be happy to assist you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And we're going to sell this out.
Yep.
It's going to be big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we
Well-
sold out the first 2, so
Oh, no big deal.
No
Yeah.
big deal. And Owen, I think like the first 2 rows, your family
Oh
bought
yeah.
out.
It was.
Oh my goodness.
They got the first whole row this time, and they got 2 seats in the second row.
Yeah.
There's overflow of your family.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
Brian,
Just a
you
couple.
got to sell out the next 2, and we'll just keep going. And then Barb,
Yeah.
and we'll just keep going.
Yeah, we can
I
fill- we
don't
can
have
fill the
enough
whole
family
theater.
around here.
I'll take one of the rows on the side that has like the 3-4 seats. I'll take one of those.
Perfect.
Amazing. So again, it's on June 26th. How can people who might not want to participate as a community member in the theater kind of get involved with the Roxy?
So we have a lot of volunteer opportunities, and you don't have to be a performer. So I also do membership coordinating. So
Okay.
anybody that is interested in volunteering in any capacity can reach out to the Roxy, and you will find me. So that can be things like lighting and tech, working on props, assistant stage managing. So they're the ones behind the scenes that are listening for any issues and telling these guys to get on stage.
Go, go.
Go, go, go.
Yeah, stage managing, you get to be like real bossy. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, they're the strict ones. So there's lots of areas that we need help, and sometimes it can be just to come in and help put a set together or strike the set at the end of the show. Thankfully, we don't have a huge set, so because that's a whole other
Oh yeah.
thing.
Oh
Last
yeah.
year's you just had 2 boys on the side.
Yes,
Yeah.
that we got people to paint, so
Yeah.
there'll probably be something similar that, and there's so many of you too. What are we at, 26, I believe? So we don't
Yeah,
want too
it's
much stuff on
grown.
stage.
No, of course
There's
not.
not room for you to do your dancing, Brian.
There's so many acts going on.
yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
many.
Well,
Yeah.
and compared to the first year, it's really grown. Like there was quite a few people, but it's really like been put out there.
Yeah.
in a
Taken
lot
It's getting
more.
really, really
Yeah,
popular,
yeah,
eh?
Yeah.
Lacey, can you tell me a little bit about Roxy membership?
Yeah.
What does it take to be a member? What does that mean?
Yeah, so there is a membership fee, so it's $20, and I just remind people it's because the Owen Sound Little Theatre is a non-for-profit. And so you become a member, so that's the adult price, youth are free, and that means that you can get involved. So there's 2 different
Okay.
memberships. There's supporting, which means you want to support from afar with your $20 donation. You still want to receive emails, but you don't want to be hands-on, and that's okay. We appreciate those people too. And then there's the volunteers, the ones that are active. They're the ones ushering and helping. And then that can also mean going out for auditions, anything to do with a production,
Okay.
and then helping kind of behind the scenes as well.
And that's $20 a month?
And $20 for the year.
Oh my goodness.
I know. That's
And there's
it.
no maximum to the number of memberships you can have.
No. So so we encourage people. We love new members, and really the organization was started in the 60s, One Sun Little Theater, and the fact that they own the Roxy is unheard of for a theater group to have their own space, especially one like the Roxy, which is a huge theater. So I'm just very appreciative to those people back in the 60s for starting the group, and then in the 90s for purchasing the Roxy and doing that big renovation. So they bought the building beside as well. So.
Oh, there was a building beside the Roxy? I've seen so many pictures, and I just, sometimes when you're not like looking for something.
Yeah, so if you've been into the Roxy, when you walk in, box office to the right, all of that, and the green room, all of that wasn't there. So they purchased next door. It was a restaurant and some, I believe, apartments upstairs to give more space. So now we have a bar, the green room. They used to have to get changed in the basement.
So
I'm very happy that we don't have to do that anymore. We have a nice fancy green room, but that was because some dedicated people put in all the work, and they ran a lot of bingos. And paid for the mortgage and bought the building next door.
Yeah, so. We're very lucky in this community to have a theater at the level that we do. Do you know offhand how many members there are currently?
We're sitting close to 300.
Okay.
Yeah. So then anytime somebody becomes a sponsor as well, we include them so that they become a member, so that they get all the updates and feel part of the community as well. So amongst the youth ones, so everybody that was in Alice that you guys were speaking about, all of them became youth members. And we're close to 300.
Do you happen to know offhand who the oldest member is?
Oh, I don't want to talk about ages. They'll hear this and they'll
or let's
get
say like the
mad at
longest
me.
running member.
There's a few. There's a lot. There's some that have been, involved 40, 50 years.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, there's quite a few, and it's amazing to see that legacy.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's important to start groups like this, because we'll continue it into the future.
Yeah, once you fall in love with the Roxy, you don't fall out of love, right?
Very true.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So becoming a membership, you can just find that at roxytheater.ca as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and you can do it all online?
You can do it all online, but you can also visit the box office, but everything, there's a membership tab, and it'll tell you all of the details, and you can sign up that way.
Okay, and what if I wanted to become a sponsor?
Oh, yes, we love our sponsors. So that, again, you can find that info on the website, and it will put you in contact with our theater manager, Tiffany, and Tiffany would help you. So the sponsors that you mentioned earlier, a bulk of them are our season sponsors, so they sponsor the entire year. And then specifically Glimmer, Bruce Power, and the Curling Club sponsored this show, Starstruck. So you can kind of pick and choose and do a show, you can do one performance of a play, or the whole season, and anything is appreciated.
Yeah, and I know that the Little Family has been sponsors for ages.
For ages, yeah.
So they're
and
big
that's amazing. And we were saying how they're not a business; they're just a family who loves the Roxy and supports. And many of them have been in shows at the Roxy. So
and you can actually, when you go into the Roxy kind of box office area, there's just plaques with various family members' names and all those kinds of things all over them. So those are cool to see.
Yes,
knowing that that's really how all of this gets funded.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. We can't do it without it. Did you learn that today?
Yeah, I didn't realize that, like, just individual people, like somebody's family member could put a sponsorship in.
Yeah,
oh,
absolutely.
I thought it had to be like a business or something.
There you go. You're going to sponsor the show?
Okay, so going back to Starstruck on June 26th, what are you most looking forward to?
I'm most looking forward to seeing how the audience. It's amazing how much they go into the show. Like sometimes they clap along to the beats and someone's singing, make them feel included. It's an amazing feeling whenever you're up on stage.
Awesome. And yourself?
Just seeing how they react, and it's fun being able to, like, if you're not in the show, if you're not doing something, you could be running down the aisles getting everybody kind of
hyped up,
going.
Be the hype man.
Get everybody going.
That's always fun. Yeah, it's really nice when you have a good, like, involved audience, right? Yeah. So anybody going to the show, make sure that you're up and clapping and getting involved and showing the love. And what are you looking most forward to?
I'm looking forward to the play and the costumes for it.
Because
a lot of, like, like a lot of us are going to be playing animals, and specifically rabbits.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to what we're going to be dressed up as for rabbits.
Sounds like you could be wearing something cozy. That sounds lovely.
Yeah.
Not on stage. That'd be very hot.
Yeah, it would be hot.
That's good.
A whole bunch of rabbit hairbands.
Love that. And Lacey, what are you looking most forward to for this production?
It is the most joyful event. It is just joyous. It's from not just the people on stage, but it's the audience, the love that is felt. Carrie and I, every time we cry, many times, because it's just so touching. And the audience, this is like nothing I've ever seen, other than maybe a strip show a long time ago. We won't talk about that.
Rowdy.
We won't. Wow. This audience, I think they top
That
this.
went off the rails quickly.
Not that kind of show, Lacey.
Don't come to see it. We were not showing you that.
Yeah, we are not strippers. Even if we were, you couldn't afford us.
Oh my God, this went totally sideways, and I'm happy
Come
about
on,
it.
Lacey, what have we done?
Well, I'm
my
just letting
gosh.
you know that this audience is better than
Yeah.
those audiences. They are
And those
so
audiences
engaged.
are rowdy.
They are
Yeah.
so rowdy.
Oh my
and this
goodness.
we, like you said, Owen, like
Yeah.
these people clapping along. We gave them lights in the past, and
Yeah.
they've been throwing them in the air and making it really exciting. So it's so fun, and that's just the. A lot of people say this is their favorite show, and it's a lovely way to end the season as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can hear my producer, Mary. He goes, "I'm convinced. I want to go."
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the audience is just as much part of the show as all of us.
That's very true.
Yeah,
And we encourage them to sing along, dance along if you want, and have fun.
So
Yeah.
perfect for kids.
Oh yeah.
Because there is no
Absolutely.
stripping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Other
No.
than we do have Graham, who likes to say
yeah.
monologues, so that's his talent. Often the monologues contain a little bit of swearing, and it
Yeah.
seems like when he gets in front of an audience, there's more swearing that gets added in. But other than that, it's
just
very
a tiny bit more.
G-rated.
I mean, to be fair, my 5-year-old already knows all the swear words.
There you go.
Yeah.
She knows she's not allowed to repeat them, but if they're in
Yeah.
shows sometimes, they're there.
Yeah.
So that's just discussed on the parent side.
Yes.
I think
Yeah.
otherwise she'd be very
Otherwise,
delighted
yes.
to be
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
show. So I'm definitely going to get her a ticket, myself a ticket.
Yeah.
I want to thank you all so much for coming on the show. I've had a blast this season talking to the members of the Roxy and the producers and all of those kinds of things. It's been one heck of a season.
Yeah.
Going out with a bang, going out with the big show.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you all individually for coming in today and being part of my River District. It's been lovely to get to know you all, and I really look forward to the show on June 26th, Starstruck at 7:30 at the Roxy Theater. And just know that it is very important to sponsor shows like this and shows in the community, because that's how everybody gets to be involved. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you for having us.
Connect with us by visiting our website or email us at comments@rogerstv.com.
After a night out with your friends, there's always options for getting home safely. You could call your BFF, your mom or dad, whoever you can count on for a safe ride home. You could call your favorite cab company or 1-888 taxi guy. Or you could use the Arrive Alive smartphone app to help you choose your ride. Be it a friend, transit, or taxi, getting home safely is app easy. Now available for iOS and Android devices. Visit arrivealive.org to find out more. Arrive Alive, drive sober.
Are you a passionate content creator ready to expand your audience reach? Do you have unique stories, captivating hobbies, or special interests that deserve a spotlight? Rogers TV is here to amplify your voice within the community.